Hey legends, welcome to Coaching Methodologies. Now, before we get into this, I just want to preface that, in coaching, there's no right or wrong. There's no one size fits all. There's no, one methodology is better than another. The truth of the matter is you need to understand and identify that there is different coaching methodologies, all designed for inherently a different purpose. However, at the end of the day, your job as a coach or a mentor or someone who want to change people's lives or really connect with humanity, your job is to really just build connection, understand belief sets, and then change them. How you approach that and how you get success, it's not really that important. But just know that these methodologies here you can draw from and you can use them. However, at the end of the day, it's you driving your client to get success. So at the end of this, you're going to learn different coaching methodologies and important coaching aspects. Outcomes, you're going to achieve success. You're going to grow as a coach, mentor, writer, author, speaker, chef, musician. You're going to conduct your transformation and increase your knowledge base, but also you're going to conduct a transformation in your client. You're going to be able to influence more and build rapport. So to be honest, someone who wants to change someone's life, the one quick and instant way is understanding the belief sets around your client and having the ability to cut away disempowering beliefs and to then form new beliefs. New beliefs about my ability to find love in life, my belief system around losing 20 kilograms, my belief around being able to grow a 7-figure business, my belief around, financial security, or my belief around, whatever else it is for you. So successful coaching involves being able to understand the client's perceptions of the world, understanding the client's belief systems, how the client perceives their place in the world, and how to make this change. So how do we do that? We ask them questions. What are the 5 values you hold most important to you? Oh, family, health, wealth, growth, love. Out of those 5, where's your biggest gap, or what's the biggest area you need to focus on? On my health. Okay, focusing on your health, what would you like to change? I'd really like to drop 10 kilos. Okay, do you believe that you can drop 10 kilograms? Oh, no, I've tried in the past, but I just can't do it. So already, bang, you know that they want to drop 10 kilograms. They're telling themselves they can't, so obviously they can't. So what you say was, okay, of course. If you don't believe you can drop 10 kilograms, why waste your time trying? You're not going to. So what we need to do is to focus on, why do you believe you can't drop 10 kilograms? Oh, because I tried 3 diets once and they didn't work. Okay, no dramas. You weren't committed. There was no accountability. Maybe the diets weren't right for you. So how about we look at a new way or a new technique to lose your 10 kilograms and change your beliefs around that? How's that sound? Yeah, that sounds really great. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to sit on a bridge. And then you do like a visualization technique. You're sitting on a bridge, your self-limiting beliefs around weight are attached to your ankles. You see mountains in the background, you see a river flowing, and you know what? These disempowering beliefs, they're pulling you down to the water. You're going to fall in. It's freezing cold and it's a long way down. Right now, choose to cut away these disempowering beliefs because they mean nothing. I'm getting some scissors now and I'm cutting those ropes away. See that big belief fall down. It's in the water now. It's going away. This is when you do a visualization where you start to anchor and attach, then cutting away, literally, the disempowering beliefs. So how do we do that? We create enough, we ask enough questions and to try and really discredit the validation of that belief. Oh, I tried 2 diets once and it didn't work, therefore I can never lose weight. Boom. Talk to me about this diet. What was it? Oh, it's a feed of shit. It was online. It was this. There's no validity or credibility to your statements at all. If you're so susceptible to believe that you can't change, or if you're so susceptible just to believe shit that other people tell you or that you make up in your head, then fucking believe me when I tell you that you are amazing. You are worthy of losing weight. You can lose weight. You just need commitment. You just need focus. You need some goals. You need a structure. That's my job. That's how it is. We need to really identify how the client sees themselves, their perceptions of themselves, their ability to change, their want to change, and how they see themselves in the world. Another way is look at the metaphors they use. Oh, Rob, life's bloody hard. No, not for me. Life's fucking magic. If the metaphor they're using to describe their life is that life is hard, life is difficult, the world's against me, the universe doesn't support me, then you know what? We need to question the validation of that. We need to open up that door of possibility and potentiality by really discrediting that. What makes you think the world's against you? Oh, because this doesn't work, this doesn't work. Well, that didn't work because of this. That doesn't mean the world's against you. Do you define yourself by a situation or event? Of course not. Okay, brilliant. Bang. That was an event that you now defined your belief system on. Now, let's define belief systems on who you actually are, not an event, not a situation. It's really, really important. This is the first step to growth because you can't even begin to solutionize or open up the door of potentiality or possibility if your client doesn't even believe they can change. So you need to create that belief system in them. And then boom, rock and roll. So conscious thought. The art of actual thinking and focused action of what is needed and required is crucial to your success. Changing someone's life is like a journey. You have your first interaction, bang, your goal is to build rapport. Establish rapport, build connection, and then you hit the belief systems and perceptions. How? We ask questions, open-ended questions. We ask open-ended questions, we get open-ended answers. We use that information to then realize where our client's at and where they're wanting to go. What are your 5 biggest focus areas? Those areas that you know you need to grow the most. Health, love, finance, fitness and freedom. Cool, no dramas. Of them right now, how many of them are you living consciously? Or 0? Okay, no dramas. So we need to sync your life back into balance, because what you're wanting or your value sets in life, you're not living in congruency with. Therefore, this is why you're so stuck and frustrated, because everything you feel valuable in life and everything you want to connect to and contribute to, you haven't even got in your life. So what can we do right now to tip the balance in your favor so we can start to implement some of these into your life? You need to really pay attention to your client. People always tell you and show you what they're thinking and feeling. You just got to be receptive to it. You got to identify it and then solutionize it. This requires conscious thought, actually thinking, not just talking, but being present, listening to everything you say. When you ask a question, when they pause, do you believe you can change? Yeah. No, you don't. Don't bullshit me. Because you just told me subconsciously that you don't believe it based on your tonality and the pause. You took a big pause. When you ask difficult questions and people take a big breath, you go, I understand this is uncomfortable for you. They're like, fuck, how do you know that? Because you told me subconsciously, your body told me, you took a big deep breath before you then let it out. That means it's uncomfortable. You're thinking. You're hesitant. I really appreciate you being honest, and I know this is uncomfortable for you, but congratulations on being so courageous. Affirm when they're doing something good. This is about you applying conscious thought. So when I talk about conscious thought, we have critical thinking first steps. So the first steps with any client interaction is to identify what your client wants in terms of outcomes. Rob, my biggest growth areas is health, love, and finance. Okay, what's most important to you right now? Health. What aspect of health? I just need to get fitter. I need to lose weight. I just don't feel good. I don't love myself. Ah, yeah, of course. So what they're really wanting is love. What's stopping them is they feel unattractive. They don't love themselves because they don't love what they see. You turn it around, get your client to love themselves, the training is going to happen. They're going to love themselves no matter what. So we've got to make it outcome-based. Identify what your client wants, outcome-based. Identify what steps your clients are taking towards their outcome. I get it that you really want to drop 10 kilos, but what are we doing about it? I'm not doing anything. Okay. Is this working for you? Yes or no? We never say, well, that's not working, is it? We never say accusational. We ask questions. Is this working for you right now by taking no action? No, Rob, of course it's not. Okay, so what do we need to do to get you to start to take some action to get you to your desired outcome? Yeah? Firstly, do you believe? And then the next one is identify client beliefs around their ability to achieve their desired outcome. Firstly, before we even step through that hoop or that process, do you believe that you can take these steps? Do you believe that you can actually lose 10 kilograms? No, I don't. Okay, bang. That's where we interdict. We start to change that belief system because they're not going to take that first step unless they can believe that they can actually do it. And then we look at identify the decision-making process surrounding the achievement of the outcome. Okay, what can we consciously choose? Now that you've opened up the door to possibility, you now believe that you can actually lose 10 kilograms. What decisions do we need to make now to start to progress you, to take those steps in the right direction? What's a structure or system we can put in place that I'm going to keep you accountable for that ensures that you have continued growth and immediate success? Because you need to be rewarded for your small wins. Because your small wins, lots of small wins, adds to the big win. So guys, this is the first type of step that you want to be doing with your clients. And your clients are all going to be different ages, different fitness levels. I'm not going to keep talking about fitness, but it's just an easy one to use to explain it. But, your clients are going to come from all different emotional states, all different areas or dimensions of empowerment or disempowerment, all different avenues and eventuations of possibility. They're going to have all different belief systems about them. Some people have such different crazy lives that, you have to work through that. But this is your job, so you need to be conscious. You need to be thinking. You need to be on your front foot. You really need to be solutionizing and asking questions. I can't say this enough. The only way you can solicit this information to know where to go to next is to ask questions. So we're talking about coaching methodologies and models, and here's a few here that I've just listed. Now, have a look at all these. Just Google them, check them out, and they're really, really interesting. So we have the SMART model. Now, the SMART model is for goal setting. Okay, so when you're doing goal setting sessions with people, if that's what you're wanting to do, implement the SMART model. It's a really simple, cool, effective way, and most people have heard of it, of a way of defining your goals. We have the GROW model, the Milton model, hierarchy of ideas. We have presuppositions. So presupposition is basically that, presupposing the growth and change. Imagine when working with me the growth you're going to have. You're already presupposing that they're going to grow as a result of working with you. You're already presupposing that they're actually going to work with you. Imagine the growth you're going to have right now working with the human effect. It's going to be insane, yeah? Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be huge. Bang. So now what they're doing is they're already showing a level of commitment, and they're all starting to subconsciously believe that they're already working with the human effect. And as a result of that belief, they already feel empowered. So we presuppose things. Imagine what it's going to be like in 6 weeks when you lose that 10 kilograms. And then all of a sudden they close their eyes and go, yeah, I'm going to feel like a fucking god. That creates empowerment. It creates hype. So we presuppose the outcome. We presuppose how different their life's going to be. Imagine how different your life's going to be in 3 weeks' time. It's going to be huge. It sparks. It creates passion, excitement. Future pacing's the same. Imagine in 2 years' time you're on a stage. You have 20 people in the audience. You're speaking. How good's that going to feel? You need to start to visualize this, because if you can't visualize yourself doing this, then you can't do it. If you can't language it, you can't have it. If you can't visualize yourself doing it, you can't do it. We have Kaiser questions, power questions, reflective questions. Okay, we're going to give you a list of all these things, but these are just ways to then solicit more information. We have anchoring, where you anchor, an emotional response to a stimulus. I talk about aromatherapy, where a certain smell can trigger an emotional reaction. We do this a lot with anchoring. People that want to be empowered each day, we give people a mantra. When you close your eyes and you fucking shout that mantra, or when you internalize that mantra, we've anchored that mantra to an emotional response of happiness, of courage, of commitment. So all you need to do wherever you are during that day is close your eyes, do your mantra, and you feel empowered. There's a lot of truth to this. And anchoring is a huge way to really, really step your game up and know that you can change state in an instant when you choose to. Obviously, the next one is changing state. How do we get people to change state? Disassociation. Right? It's a model or technique that I use a lot with people. Tell me about your life. Oh, Rob, I'm miserable. I've got a sore back. I'm going through, all sorts of things at the moment, and just life sucks. And okay, stop. Cool. No dramas. You're in a disempowered state. Your life all of a sudden sucks. I say, okay, tell me something that you love doing. What was the last thing you achieved in life? Oh, Rob, I did a 20K run. Okay, cool. Close your eyes. So I want you to go back to that time when you did that 20K run. I want you to picture right now. Keep closing your eyes. I want you to picture right now what it felt like when you crossed the finish line. Now, what I want you to do is breathe the way you breathe when you're proud. I want you to puff your chest out. I want you to look up at the sun and know that the universe is fucking supporting you every step of the way. I want you to keep breathing the way you breathe when you're proud. I want you to keep thinking about when you crushed it, when you finished on that finish line in the 20K race. How are you feeling? Oh, Rob, most people, all people, oh, Rob, I'm feeling amazing. Cool. Now let's talk about your future. Because now they're in an empowered state. We've broken their state. They're now willing to negotiate or discuss their future. They weren't before because they're stuck in the here and the now, my pain, my misery. Now they're empowered. So let's now go there. Let's talk about your future. It's a change state exercise. There's so many ways you can do it. And then we have attachment and detachment to people. So attachment and detachment is like, you get people out of who they are. So in that previous example, go back to that place where you're empowered. Yeah, I'm empowered. Okay, talk to me about your future. Yeah, now my future, right? I can see myself doing this. And you're like, hang on, who am I speaking to now? Because a minute ago, you were like, oh, my back's sore, my life's miserable, I can't do shit. This new person I'm talking to, this is like fucking Superman. Who the fuck's this new person? Who was that other person I was chatting to a minute ago? You know what? Whoever they were, they can stay in the corner because I like Superman. Because Superman is really courageous and Superman achieves shit. Superman has a belief system about his future. I like this Superman. I want to talk to Superman. Make sure when I talk to you, you bring Superman, not the other person. So what you're doing is you're creating indifferentials there. You're creating this new super alter ego, which is their best version. Their worst version you had earlier on, you changed their state, they're now empowered. You reference that. You're like fucking Superman when you're your best version. So this is called attachment detachment. There's so many different methodologies we can use, and that's the exciting thing. We have access to a power and a wealth of information and knowledge. Your job is to work out when to use it, how to use it, what's going to work best. Questions, questions, questions. Empowerment, changing state is huge. Attachment, detachment is huge. Anchoring is huge. Asking the right type of questions is huge. Presupposing ideas and ideology is huge. Start to just become familiar with it. And then you know what? Don't get too caught up in when you have your first client, what do I do? Change state, attachment. You know what? As long as you know that these exist, you will draw upon them when you're confident enough and feel the need to. And when you do, it's really, really powerful. So at the start, all you want to be doing is just coaching, getting your hours up, working with people, talking to people. And then you start to realize that, you know what? people really do always tell me and show me what they're thinking and feeling. Yeah, it's our subconscious behavior. We know that. So you need to understand and realize that, you are the answer for these people. You are the answer because you ask them the questions. You solicit the information. I mean, they make their own change based on possibility that you've created. So as we said before, understanding of how your client views themselves, their beliefs about their ability to change, and how they perceive themselves in the world is absolutely critical. We do that through all the methodologies used and shown. You don't believe that you can do this now. However, what's it going to take for you to question the validation around that? What's it going to mean for you? Imagine in 5 years' time when you're doing this one thing right now, how good are you going to feel? You know what I mean? So that's, again, that was a reflective question, a presupposition there, and anchoring. So again, we can really use these cool concepts and methodologies to change state and really future pace our clients. But as I said, don't get too caught up in them at the moment. Just start to get familiar with people. Start to work and chat and discuss with people. So guys, that's a really a quick example of all these different methodologies. You know what? Google some of those methodologies. Look at where they fit in, how they fit in, and let's talk about it later on. But I guess the one thing that I want to stress is that there's a lot of nerve and a lot of like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to say to my client, and Rob, what if I'm not good enough? And you know what? That's normal. But you got to crush through that, man. You got to step up. You guys are lead authorities. You guys are willingly changing people's lives in any industry or field that you choose to. You guys have the answers. You just need to believe it. If you don't believe it, question the validation of those beliefs. Question why you don't. And then cut those fucking beliefs away. Because if you don't believe you can change someone's life, then you know what? You can't change anyone's life. Even including your own. It's really powerful, guys. We're going to go over these methodologies a lot. I wanted to do an introduction to them so you can start to get familiar that there are different things out there. Don't stress too much about the technical aspects of it. It will come natural with time and effort given to people. You're going to learn a lot about people. So my only advice right now is jump in. Start communicating with people. Do some pro bono work if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel like, necessary to charge people, do some pro bono work to get your skills up. You can be doing it now with your mum, your dad, your sister, your neighbor, your friend, your kids' friends, whatever it is. Run some sessions. All right, legends, rock and roll.